got a bunch of y'all names here that I literally came here to live on YouTube for you guys to see them because I honestly forgot to do them at the end of the fucking live on TikTok. 40, no, that was, I ended it at 8:33. It's 8:48 now. I was like, I cannot leave these dudes hanging on YouTube. So I was like, yo, I'm definitely gonna come live. Like, yo, I'm here on YouTube. Yeah, I could do all y'all names. Whoever just shows up, I'll do y'all names. Does anyone know if we could play like music here? Like, if anyone knows like the music restrictions for YouTube for lives anyway, because I honestly don't fucking know those off the top of my head. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Let's see. I gotta be able to see this chat better. Okay, there's better. What's good to all y'all? Okay, so let me do some of these names in the chat. Who is the first people? Fuck, I can't just keep on scrolling up. What the fuck? I'll do Roach. Roach. Have you ever heard of Roachy though? He's from Brooklyn. So I wouldn't really say Roach is a good tag. Unless you put a number after it, then you're straight. Camo. And there you go, sir. I want to smash that like for me, boys and girls, if there's any girls here. Love your shorts. I don't be on TikTok, but your YouTube shit is hard. Yo, I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna keep on pushing. And I'm trying to do some other different types of long form content this year. Like point of view shit where people, you get to see my perspective of when I'm doing shit. But yeah, that's gonna be a process, but I want to do it right. So just look forward to it because I don't like to do anything half-assed. Like that's just I don't know. It's just me. Like I want to find like proper people to be able to edit it, audio, everything. Because just doing everything yourself is a lot. To be honest with you, it's a lot of work. It needs to be public, copyright, other right. Oh, I don't want to do that. So then, okay, I would have to play. You know what you guys could do? That would be super helpful if any of you guys were so interested. Like make a playlist on your own channel of good non-copyright music that I can go and listen to and then add to my playlist that I use in the background of the lives. That shit would be super helpful because I know I always need new music. I don't want to use the same playlist every time, you know. Pour on. But I know YouTube is much different than TikTok in the sense of TikTok. I would be able to play copyright music, but then I wouldn't be able to use it on YouTube. So that's why I'd be like trying to use the copyright free shit on YouTube too. Is ZMB a crew? Because we don't write crews, like period. So is this so? See how I just can change the perspective and make it almost like a different style in a way. You could stretch it, skew it, mad different shit. And so see, this is important to be able to do your tag at mad different sizes because think about it. Sometimes you only have a certain amount of space to use. So, and I'm using a Montana Bold 3 millimeter chisel. This is not something I would use in the streets, but it's good for shit like this. Like this, you could use on the streets if you wanted to, but I don't use that on the streets. Try to use like stuff that's bigger. Okay, who's next? Seekster. Well, to be fair, see, this is the body of the tag, meaning seek is a tag, alright? If you add stir at the end of it, that doesn't make it a new tag. Because seek could write seeks, seeker, seekster, seekism, seek one, seek ones, seek oneer. You know, you understand how many different different things you could just add at the end. Like I'll do it for you, but I'm just letting you know that adding a stir doesn't make it a new tag. Now, if you were like seek and then you put like seek 7 or 71, that's a new tag. Like that's globally acceptable. And yeah, it definitely does make it longer. You don't need to make it longer. Like if I wanted to write asec I could, you know, or asexter, asecism, you know what I'm saying? It's keep on going. Do I do logos? Yeah. My past is all in branding and logo design and shit like that. Man. Man. Shoom. Nice lettering. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to all y'all checking in right now. Who's next? Who's next? I can go off this list. Your style looks dope. How long have you been tagging? Well, let's check this out. In the books, I started when I was 8 or 9, and then I was in the books for 5 years till '93. I went out in the streets. So yeah, all y'all that's starting right now, you have to listen to that. Like your boy was in the books for 5 years because I put myself there. I understood that I needed to get my styles up, way up, to be able to even get comparable to the people that were rocking the walls in my area in Southern Connecticut in the 90s, bro. They were killing shit. Like, for real. So, yeah. 93, I went out. I was a bomber. So that's why you could probably see a lot of hands, a lot of practicing of hands. But if you have hands, you could do that shit because that's a tag right there, boys. You know that. You see it, it's right there, you know? But now it's a piece. But you have to have hands to be able to bang that shit out quick and just be like, okay, I just break down the 3D on it, and then you got something. But if you don't have hands to be able to just flow it out and get it out, like it's gonna be more difficult because some people just be like on a whole different level. I mean, if you have hands, it's 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 the essence of graffiti. You have to always understand that. Like, if you don't have strong hands, and people ask you to write a whole bunch of shit for their company one day, bro, you're not gonna be able to acceptably, successfully complete the mission of doing that shit for the client because you don't have hands. You know, there's so many different ways that I could write shit. Like, I've had to dumb my styles down so many ways because so many clients, they can't read, you know. Like, bro, if I wrote a company name like that, Asecker, like they're gonna be like, yeah, could you possibly make it like a little bit more legible? Because, bro, just wait for it. Just get into the whole world of graphic design and working with clients, and then them understanding you could do graffiti, and then they want you to write that shit, you know, for them. You gotta always be able to bring it up and dumb it down. See, that says night, but for some brands that they would not want that shit. They might want some shit like that. You know, in perspective, like, see the difference? It's just like from far away you could probably easily read this shit over the top one. Yeah, and that's why like sometimes having hands is super important. Because if you're just a piecer, you're missing a whole step. I feel like you should definitely do characters. You should definitely do all the different styles. Like, try shit. Understand that you're gonna suck at the beginning, bro. It's gonna be bad. But if you just keep on pushing through, you'll be straight. Is it better? Like zoomed in like that? So I'm 42 now. I'm gonna be 43 in October. And I told you guys that I've been writing in the books 89. And then I went in the streets in 93. So even with taking a break, because I took a break for a long time in the streets, but I still had hands, I still had the ability to do stuff. But if you just keep on pushing, like all the way throughout that whole time, like if I didn't stop and just like stopped in the streets completely, like I would probably be out there much more, like on the sense that people would know ASEC already. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, who's this guy? You know. But it's okay. I'll work for it. Just like all you guys have to. Like you guys all have to get up in the streets. Like if you're just in the books, you're just in the books. You can still do dope shit in the books and get some respect for doing that in the books, but if you could put it on the wall, that's a whole nother level of respect that you're getting. Just off general purpose. 17 Rocky. See, I try to make that shit a C. And right now it looks like an E. Because I didn't go. See, some areas you might have to understand that, like, yo, I have to make this shit super straight. Like, that's Boom. Because if I leave any space, it's gonna look like an E. That looks like a lowercase e. Like if I brought it down even more, see, E. 17 Raptors. Boom. That's better. But that's all you have to do. You always have to be smashing your tags, like practicing, practicing. See, ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pen, man. Just keep on doing it. This is how I just come up with styles real quick, like how I'm gonna write forged, like boom, boom. And then I just write it. Hi, I am new. Well, welcome. Let's get some of these names. I don't know, Macro was one. Boom. And as always, if you guys want like your name like made as a post, send a super chat and you'll definitely get one. Ziggy, I think I did the Ziggy already. NASCAR. Oh, Nico. You want to aim straight letter. Okay. I'm going to put you on the straight letter list. You know there's someone out there that writes aim, like aims, I believe. So like if you're aim, it's like a. But if you're like aim 3, or aim 2, or aim 32, or some shit like that, like you're better than being like aim and he's aims. Like it could be like a. Even though that you guys are probably not in the same country, it's just like I just feel like graffiti is a global thing, and it should never be a well. It's the person's not in my country. It's like nah, bro. It's a global sport, I believe. Um, so yeah. If anything, do it out of respect. Yeah. So we're gonna what? But I'll still write aim if you want me to, though. But. But you let me know, Nico mode. I appreciate that super chat. Straight. I'm gonna get some of all the names. NASCAR. NASCAR. Boom. Do you guys want me to start coming live on YouTube also? Because if you do, I will. Sonic. Oh, I was just doing the exact list. Mako, I did Ziggy already. NASCAR, Sonic. I think Ames, the dude Ames, I think he's from LA. But look at that. That's just pretty dope, right? Like, see how I just did that? Like, it just makes it, like, it's crazy. It's dope. Now, like, with your own letters, you could do that. As long as it looks good and is, people can get with it. Like, all right, that's kind of cool. Some people might hate, but you know, whenever you're doing something shit that's different, most people are gonna generally hate. That's just like the going rate. Slow. Here you go, slow. Man, you for real can't do graph without getting hate. Is, to be honest, part of the culture. I mean, that's it's very true. Like, it's people will come in my lives and call me toy. So I always let everybody know. Um, See, you'll write like this and shit, and people will come in and call you toy. So you know, kind of be aware that it's almost like it's gonna happen. You could block those people, obviously, but you can't block them in real life. Um, but you can only block them by having a really good basis of graffiti style. So like it's just like their friends will probably make them shut up. Like kind of like, bro's got a lot of style. You're just fucking hating. Shut up. You get it? Like that shit happens. Beast, SPT. Well, we don't write crews, but I mean I wrote Beast there. I'll do another one. Beast. So aim or Nico mode. You want me to still do an aim straight letter? Because if you do, I will. But if you want to put a number on it, you should tell me now so I could change it on the list. Because I'm gonna do that straight this week. I got another straight that I need to do too. Where are you from? And where are you guys all from? Aim. See how I overlapped, like put the tail from the M on the tail from the I. I do that a lot, so you can kind of like make it out better. Because if I didn't, if I put that tail somewhere else, you're gonna lose it. It's gonna be much harder to read from far away. Because a lot of people can't read graffiti. Even some graffiti artists, like they're like, "What the fuck did some of that shit say?" Because bro, I can't read some of the shit that's on the walls. I'd be like, "Oh my god, this just no, I'm not gonna follow along with this shit at all." Your crew is IST if you want to do that. Well, I can't do crews. Like I can't do. If someone sent me money to do a crew, like I would decline it. I would do their tag, yeah, but their crew, I can't do that. That's always like a thing with graffiti creators. I've found that like yeah, we don't want to do crews. I know Keps, the style mechanic, he won't do crews. Enzer handstyles, he won't do crews. And then the great, he won't do crews. Fuck. I know I'm probably forgetting some people, but yeah, we don't do crews. It's no disrespect, we just don't do them. We always feel that y'all have to represent your crew. So if you write it in your style, that's your style for your crew. But like, you know, it's just like like if we were in the crew, we would write it. Yeah, that's cool. But we can't just, we just respectfully decline to do that type of thing. Okay, I'll do an aim straight though. I'll do that. Z-Rab, hello, hello. YG now said, hey, is it really bad to do graffiti because a lot of people in my life say it's a bad thing to do. Well, that's relative. And meaning it depends on who you ask. Um, if I didn't do graffiti, I wouldn't have this YouTube channel or TikTok channel, and I wouldn't be doing this stuff for you guys. You know, so that's a reasonable thing. Like if you push your graffiti styles hard enough, you can get to the point where you will be able to comfortably give them to the world in a way that you understand that some people are going to copy. Some people are going to respect the fact that they can't copy, but just be inspired by some of the things you do. And that's what I do it for, those people. I don't do it for the people that are going to open copy me, because even if they try to get my style down to a T, I'd always be able to go to the wall and match them and throw them curves on my own style because they've copied it. And you guys see how many different things I can interchange and do. And so then, especially if they're 20 years old, 25 years old, and by that time I might be 40, 46, 47 years old, people are gonna look at the older guy that just threw all the curveballs as the originator of the style, and the younger guy as the really good copy. You don't ever want to be looked at as the really good copy for anything, period. So, yeah. Always have to originate your styles. You guys can like learn how I be flicking the pen and shit like that, how I stop, start, shit like that. Learn that. That's what I come here for. But if you're here to like, okay, I'm gonna copy this shit, like just exact, it's like you have the wrong idea of what I'm trying to do. This is the same thing as if I was to come under a bridge and I had paint and you had a whole bunch of friends with you and you said, can you write all of our names? And I was like, okay, I could do that. Does that mean I'm giving you that style to run with? No, that just means I'm writing y'all's names in my style. So, yeah. Same way is if one day you continue to do graffiti and then people meet you under the bridge and say, could you write my name? And you do it in your style, and then they take it, that style, and just start using it. Are you gonna be like thinking that that's the right thing to do? Like you're gonna understand, like, no, bro, that's my shit. I had to understand, I had to develop everything in my shit to be different from everybody else's shit in the world. And then you just try to copy my shit like letter for letter, like, no, that's never what graffiti's about. Never. Mad people get called out for doing shit like that too. So I wouldn't say that doing graffiti is bad. I feel like it depends what country you're in too. Like, I don't know. You could be in a country where they have some crazy ass laws, then maybe it might be better to kind of be in more chill areas to do graffiti. Like, you know, if you're near train tracks, like bridges, shit like that, you could definitely usually chill and paint there. But always be wary of the trains and never wear headphones when you're near that train area, ever. Not even just, oh, I have one headphone in. Like, no, bro, no headphones, period. Too many people have gotten unalived, walking with headphones. Straight up. What's good, cuz? Chill, man. Let's see who's next on this one. Time to Time to sorrow. Sorrow. Should I get an accordion ladder paying for your groceries right now? Laughing my fucking ass off. You're probably paying for like my ink and the paper, and I appreciate that. Should you get an accordion ladder? Accordion ladder, I mean, I think we call those jetpacks, the ones that just collapse, right? Yeah, I got like what's mine? 12 and a half? I think I have a 12 and a half foot accordion ladder. Maybe 15, but I think it's 12 and a half. I got it off Amazon, and it was like 120 bucks ish, around there, between 110 and 120. And there was like a coupon, so you saved a little bit. I just don't remember exactly what the number was, but you should definitely get one of those. They're good. If I didn't have one of those, I wouldn't have been able to do like that piece at the bridge that I did, the freestyle one. Like, I would have never been able to do that shit. That shit's tall, bro. It's like 8 foot tall, 8.5 foot tall, the top of it. And like each letter is like, fuck, man, like probably 3 feet long, or close to 3 feet anyway. Yeah. So yeah, if I didn't have that ladder, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And it's a good way to get a workout for real. I mean, that even if it's like 30 pounds or 25 pounds, bro, when you have to carry that shit a mile, 2-3 miles, shit gets a little bit heavier. So hopefully you understand that graffiti is a full contact sport, and you have to work out, get some workout in prior, because holding the can up for a long time too, your muscles are gonna feel it if you're not in shape, bro. So definitely do workouts and shit. Like, if you're not working out and then you get to the wall and you get tired, you understand why then. You're like, yo, I'm way out of shape, bro. And then some people be like, the days after, they be like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm so fucking sore right now. Old folk talk. But yeah, you should get one. You should definitely get one. And they're compact as fuck, so you can like just carry them around like whatever. You just look like you're like a painter or some shit, You're like, oh, I'm just walking back to my truck on the train tracks. Blur. I like getting spots that like the train line sees, like, because a lot of fucking commuters be on the train line. And a lot of commuters have a lot of interest in graffiti art. So I like putting the shit out there where commuters can see the shit too. Necor. I'm doing shit off this list from people in YouTube that dropped these, but I forgot to do them at the end of the the TikTok live. So I came on here formally to do some of these. So people are happy, and I'm not like feeling super guilty that I forgot all these freaking people, and they're over here like, yo, bro, but you put my name on the list, I swear. I saw it. I was like, yeah, bro, it's there. I just, man, my bad. Slipped. Fused. Fused. I'm a high key minor though. I don't know if I could pass as a professional painter. Okay, that's fair. But I mean, I've seen a lot of people that maybe, I mean, they were formerly minors, but they were 18, so they weren't far away from minors. Coming down there and painting, and they had like a fucking, they had a roller, paint buckets, like a big roller to roll like the top, like flower. They were young, uh, but yeah, they had no problem navigating. No one's gonna really say shit, honestly. Again, it depends on what country you're in. I don't know. Some countries are you could just play it by ear. But I would go out there and do it. Just you're an artist, man. That's what you're doing. It's art. That's why I'm going out actively on painting on the train line. You can't get a permit to paint on the train line, dude. No city's gonna give you a permit for that. Think about it. The train line is like 10 feet away from the bridge. Are you gonna get a permit for it, especially when there's an active train going back and forth? Like, no. But if you just show up and you paint and you disappear into the matrix, yeah, you could do that, bro. But if you went out and hit the backs of the main buildings, like the pizzerias and shit like that, yeah, you're gonna get hot. But if you go under the bridges where it's obvious that that's where we be. Law enforcement understands that that's where we be too, meaning that's like our space. They always have said to me, like, isn't that what y'all do? Like, just go under the bridge? Like, we don't care about y'all painting down here. It's always about you bombing out in the streets and making all the streets hot. You know, that's what they generally like. If you're doing pieces under a bridge or shit like that on a train line, people are still seeing your shit. You're still getting practice in your style, and people are still gonna see the shit because there's gonna be other like-minded people to go under that bridge and discover your stuff. And it doesn't matter if you're freaking 15 years old, bro. Like, I've met a lot of people that are young and they have a lot of style, man, because they put in a lot of time and practice to get it like that. So just be one of those people that just understands you have to practice like probably minimum 2 hours a day on your craft. The more you practice, the more separation you'll be separating yourself from all the competition. Think about it. If your friends are not practicing 2 hours a day, like, you probably know that they're not. See how much of a gap you're putting between you and them because you're putting all this time in to do this shit. And that's what you have to do in graffiti. If you don't put in the time behind the pen and behind the can, you're not going to get the styles that people are going to respect and enjoy. So just understand that you always have to evolve and you always have to try new things. Don't ever get stuck in a box to like, oh, I only do this. Try to always understand, like, okay, I've got this style down pretty good. How about I try to venture off and try something different now? How about I try to make my wild style pieces make the letters look like they're leaves on a tree, just formed as letters. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what? That shit would be crazy. Just think about shit like that. You can make it look like a whole fish. Like, I don't, just mad different ways you can get creative, bro. It's about putting the time and the effort in. If you're young now and you keep on with that same prowess, you're gonna get somewhere. It's mandatory. It's just believe me, because I was once in your shoes, always absorbing graffiti, loving graffiti. Like, whenever I saw graffiti, I would be like looking at it. I would always be looking for graffiti when I'm like in the car, driving different states, different cities. It doesn't matter if I was on a bike or what. Like, I was looking for all the different spots that graffiti could be, and looking at all the cool shit that I liked, and then understanding why I didn't like some of the other shit, and just always going towards the shit that really looks good, and trying to absorb what looks good about it, and then try to even do that shit in the books at home, and then understand like, yo, this shit does not look like anything like what I remembered like on the wall, and yeah, it's completely different. And then you have a whole new respect for that person that did that, not just on paper. They did that shit in spray paint, you know, and it was so clean or just dope looking. Like, you were just like, wow, this, I like that. It's just a thing that I feel like artists or graffiti artists, people that like that type of thing, they're just drawn to. It doesn't matter if they're freaking 9 years old, bro. They're drawn to it early. It's a mystery. And that's what is dope about it, because people don't know what we look like. We show up in the middle of the night or during the day sometimes, and just do our thing and then disappear into the matrix like it never happened. But our shit is there rocking, and people will be like, yo, how did they have the time to do this? That's so crazy. Like, yeah, it's pretty dope too, and they understand that. And then people get fans like early. Like, there's some graffiti artists in my area that are probably under 25 that have a fan base that they don't even have social media. Like, I'll have people in my comments being like, yo, boom, shouting out somebody else, like that younger person, shouting them out. Like, and I'll be like, okay, that's dope. You know, like the people that are they're recognizing someone's dope style that they like so much, and they're like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, every time they see that person, they're just like, oh yeah. So try to do that. You know, just always try to be the best that you can be with your stuff. And through that, you'll go somewhere far. And I'd like to see the progression, because I enjoy seeing people's progression, like in the Discord. Like, the links are in the bio for the Discord. I've seen people just in like the last I've seen people in 6 months though, like, go from their shit looking like, oh, that's not that great at all, to being like, okay, they are starting to get like some type of style because they're practicing their fucking face off. And then they're showing their peers in the Discord and shit like that, getting like constructive feedback, because on the Discord, like, that's the reason why I made it, to create a community that people can build on. Like, because in Reddit and many other graffiti communities, like, yo, the culture is just literally just toxic as fuck. You guys know, like, it's ridiculous. Like, for real. Like, I've had people try to come at me on Reddit, and these people are just literally like, oh my gosh, they would not be able to do anything that I'm doing, and they're like literally talking mad shit, bro. And once I saw that type of energy, I was like, okay, it's time for me to make a new spot. It doesn't matter if the spot has like 200 seats. Those seats are gonna get filled, and those people are gonna build, and people are gonna grow from that shit. Some people are gonna be, all right, this is whack. Who wants to see this? We just want to see the best shit in the world. Like, bro, well, you have to get yourself to that fucking point that you're the fucking best in the fucking world. And how do you do that? You have to fucking practice your ass off. Show your friends, your peers, get constructive feedback from them, Not like, yo, bro, you're so fucking toy. Your mom is my toy master. I don't know. Just like literally the shit that people say. I'd be like, what the fuck? That shit doesn't even make no sense. But okay, whatever. But in my Discord, nah, people get smoked early for that. Everyone knows that. That's why it's always quiet. And then if anyone calls people toy, I'd be like, we don't do that here, sir. And the mods will let them know too. Because everyone was a toy at one time, man. It's not like a skill level. A toy is an action. If you see a piece out there and you put your fucking tag over it or your throwy over it, that's a fucking toy ass action. You know? Shit like that. Can you do Dracos? I mean, I know Dracos. He's from Brazil. But to be fair, like there's so many people it seems like they rate Draco or Dracos. But if you were like Draco's 63 or some or 6 or 3 or something, then you'd have more space to play with that, in my opinion. What's the Discord called? Graffiti Handstyles. It's the link is in my bio. In the link tree. And then if you can't get to the link tree, I mean, the link is in the bio on the TikTok. And then if you can't get to the TikTok, I mean, there's should be a link in the bio on YouTube that says Linktree Graffiti Handstyles. Should be. If it's not there, just let me know and I'm gonna have to put that shit in there. Yeah, I don't think it's the what do you mean? I don't think. Discord. See? See, it's not a public Discord though. You need the link to get to it. Rip Sexer. Messer. Messer. You want me to send a sketch? Yeah, you could definitely send a sketch. Send the sketch on Discord. Or yeah, Discord proper. I was gonna say like IG, but I would not say IG because I get a lot of just random DMs and I can't sort them sometimes. I'll just be like, what's going on? But if you're in the Discord, there's like 600 and something people there, so like I could like be like, okay, this person is in the server, so okay, I could recognize whatever this person is saying. But sometimes, like, to be fair, like you might send me a private message asking for some type of critique, and don't give critiques like that, because if you think about it, if I openly gave critiques to everybody, I would have no time to do anything. That shit would be crazy. Secker and Chrome. You should add a number to your Secker. Secker 7. And then what's the other one you wanted? Can you please stop cursing? Wow, okay. My apologies, sir. I got a sailor's mouth. I don't know what to say. Chrome. Secker and Chrome. Can you say my name? It is Night. I did Night before. You don't remember? I did it in 2 different versions. But I'll do it again. Boom. So aim, I'm gonna do it straight for you this week. You're gonna see it on shorts. Or should I make it a long video? What do you think? Can I do brown? Yeah, I can do brown. See, the only thing, well, one of the things I like about going live on YouTube right now is because I know the people that are in here, even if there's 5 people, I know you guys are subbed to me, and I know that I'm here for y'all. It doesn't matter if there's 5 or 500. Like, I'm still here in the live, answer questions, write names, because that's what I literally came here to do: be transparent and share my styles with the world and inspire the next generation of writers wherever they are. Brown. Shoom. Serbo. Yes, sir. Serbo. See this S right here? I could have left this S like this, or could have just made that little kick out, right? Or a little extension. But you see how I made the extension? You see the flow of the pen? Like, that's shit that you guys could learn, and I would like you guys to learn, because think about it. If you had little sharp lines like that in your shit, it would look so much better. But if everything is just like womp womp womp, it's not gonna look the same, right? It's not gonna hit the same. So yeah, man, thank you, bro. We all appreciate. Hey, man, I appreciate the fact that you guys appreciate that, because fuck, man. Oops, I just swear. Oops. Someone just literally asked me, can you please stop swearing? My bad. So, man, that literally, my train of thought is gone now, because that swear just totally, yeah, it was funny. Hey, man, I'm trying. Someone in the audience was literally like, hey, can you stop doing that? I'm like, oh. Can I do soar? Soar. I'm trying to see if I have the link in the bio. Yeah, the link is in the bio. Yeah, the link tree. See, if you go to the about page on Graffiti Handstyles YouTube, and then go to that thing that says link tree, that will definitely bring you to the Discord link. In that link tree, it'll be right there. Sector 12. See, Sector 12. See, that's something that you could probably be that. Just research it. Make sure there's no other Sector 12 out there, and then you can pretty much stand on that. Like, that's what I'm trying to, like, really push, because if everyone is running around writing Sector, everyone's gonna get confused as much as possible, right? I was about to swear and I stopped. But if you're Sector 12, bro, that's like very distinct. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're like Sector 123. You know, that's even farther distinct. That, like, okay, bro, you know, he's Sector 123. He is that. Be another Sector. You know, you need another number? choose one, and then you're straight. But this guy, he's sector 12. That's what I think. Yo, you gotta do some sort of tutorial on this hand style shit. That's a good idea. That would probably be a longer video. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Let's see. People will definitely watch it, and yo will get a bunch of views. And yo will get a bunch of views. Word. Views. Views. We like views. Yeah, I need to do more long form content. So, like, I guess coming live here too would be like a good time to get those ideas from you guys. And tutorial. Now, this is all stuff that I'll probably do in 2023, so don't expect it next week now. But yo, I need to get out of here and eat something because it's freaking 9:45. But I came here for an hour, and I'm gonna leave this live here so people can come back and watch it again. Because I feel like I said a lot of good content in here that other people will be able to learn from. So I'm gonna leave it as right there as it is. I have fun. I literally just came here to do this list, but some of y'all showed up, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, live people. So, and then AIM, shout out to you. I'm gonna do your straight this week. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Get your name out somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's a sticker or anything. It doesn't matter. Just, and then always practice your styles, bro. Don't ever give up on your styles. When the shit sucks, you understand you're doing the right thing. You know, just keep going. Literally, don't stop. All right, bros. I'll see you later, and y'all have a blessed evening.